Guys, show FM is it's me, FM Cheetah. You can call me Matt, and welcome back to episode 51 of Conquering Clough.
One thing that people do say to me is, you've never changed.
Yes, apologies for the delay. I actually had a bit of an eye injury during the week, and I don't think you wanted to see me looking like a pirate. And for that, some exciting news. The game today, it's a home game to Arsenal. Arsenal top of the table. If you look above us here, you'll see we're in 5th, but we do have a game in hand on them. We're on 41 points. Even now, it is now the 25th of January. It's looking like the title has gone, but a European spot, a Champions League spot is still up for grabs. Man United, they are just above us and we have a game in hand on them. We win this game and, well, we'll go equal on points at the very least. But weirdly, this was a table that looks, other than the weird Liverpool thing being in 6th just below us, this is a kind of fairly normal looking table. This is one of the more normal looking tables. Well, yeah, Arsenal at top's a bit odd, but one of the more normal looking tables we've had in the last few seasons. We were looking pretty good earlier on. We were sort of up in the top 2. We were competing heavily for the title, but December just destroyed us. Let's have a look at our form since we were last here. So it's been quite a while. 2-0 loss away to Chelsea was our last game, which we then followed up with a 0-0 home draw to Brighton. Bunch of, a few European Cup games there. We topped our group. We'll come back to that in a moment. But if you just look down here all through December and January, yeah, there's some wins there. But what you'll notice about those wins is it's Europa League, it's the League Cup. There are a couple here. One, standout 2-0 home win over City in late December. And a 4-1 spanking away of Burnley. But there were things like 5-1 destruction by Man United at home, absolutely destroyed at home. I think that was our first home loss, in fact, and one of the first home losses in a long time. January, things started to pick up again, though. 4-0 home win over Leeds. We'll come back to the League Cup in a moment. What really hurt us in January were the goddamn extension of the FA Cup. So we met our rivals Derby, and we could not beat them in the end. We had to beat them on penalties. What a nightmare that was. What you will see, though, is we won the semi-final contest against Chelsea. It was a 3-0 destruction at home over Chelsea, but then a 5-3 loss. But the 3 goals meant that we went through essentially 6-5 aggregate. Yeah, they equalised us within like 20 minutes, 3 goals. I thought, that's it. Then we started to come back, and it was a great game. So we're in another League Cup final. I will bring you that the League Cup final is against West Ham, Wembley. Of course, so can we beat West Ham? I would think so. West Ham aren't doing all that much this season. So another League Cup we're hoping for. We'll definitely bring you that game live. After that sort of the painful FA Cup third round replay, we did make the 4th round, of course, and we're home to Everton. Everton not doing too badly this season. Hopefully we can get through that. I'd like to win an FA Cup before the end of the series. That's one thing Cloughie never did with Forest. Now let's have a quick look at the Europa League. So we won all 6 games. Really simple. Against Wolfsburg, I think that's probably surprising, but we smashed it. We total points, 18 points. Obviously, we go through to the second round. We, along with Man UFC, were the only 2 teams to win all our games. Man United's lineup probably a little tougher than ours, but that's nice. We've done well in Europe. Now, knockout games. Now, this is weird. What I think this is, we're not here, and neither is Man United. So what I think this is all the second place teams in the group. So there's Wolfsburg playing each other. And then those teams go through to the second knockout round against the teams that finish first, because we're not here, Man United aren't here. And I think that's it. Let's just double check that, though. It would appear that way, and it would appear that the other teams there in that first knockout round are the teams that have fallen out of the Champions League. So there's Juve, Who else might be here? I don't know really. But anyway, there they are. And then we'll meet the winners of those games in the second round, which is nice. So second round, then quarterfinal, semi-final, final. I want this trophy. I really, really want this trophy. We might not. We want European trophy. Maybe we'll not end up conquering Clough at the end and getting those 2 Champions Leagues and a second Premier League, but I want a European trophy. So it's time to talk transfers out. I'm pretty sure we spoke about Walter Null being a bit problematic. So he's gone on loan to Hoffenheim with a mandatory option to buy of 75 million. So that was very nice because we need that money. He's very good, very, very good, but he just, he's never doesn't produce. If you look, ignore his form there. No, that appears to be his form. Well, his Euro Cup form's been good, but his Premier League Cup form has just been just really bad, and hence he's unreliable and he's inconsistent and he's all those things. When you look at those stats, you think he's insane, but he just never really delivered when we needed him to, unfortunately. So Walter Null gone on a mandatory. We needed the money, so I'm good. Good luck, Walter. The one I didn't want to go, but who has gone, is James Tizard. James, Juve came in. We got them to 100 mil add-ons and things like that. And he went. He really wanted to go. And at the end of the day, I thought, well, fine, he can go. We did have a promise to sell him once someone had come in. The signings we've brought in haven't been great. So, whatever. I don't know. He made an appearance in the Italian Cup. Pretty good, whatever. So he's gone. One of the handy things is we got to throw in a big option for English caps. And given that I'm still the England manager, we're going to be playing James quite a bit because I want that big money payout. So they've got, we get that big money payout and we get a whole lot of money to spend. Still, that was a nice amount of money to bring in. And on top of that, the board, I had to go to the board because we just need a renewal and beg them for money. And they said yes. Not a lot of money, but they did add money to it. And so we had to be really careful with we ended up in total with 160 million to spend, and we had to spend it wisely. And one of the handy things about being the England manager is you can make the kind of deals that involve, hey, when you get a certain amount of caps, we'll give you lots of money. It does mean, though, that some of these players I've brought in, these English players, they're not going to be getting a lot of time for a while anyway. All right, let's start. Hugo Ramirez, the Mexican 19-year-old. We brought him in from Paris Saint-Germain for an initial 15, rising to 35, I should say. So, attacking right-backs, yeah. So, obviously, we've got Pedro Porro. I was worried that Real Madrid was sniffing around Pedro Porro. The window is still open, so they could still buy him. And I wanted someone to replace him. And Hugo Ramirez is really nice, got lots of potential. The reports were very good. His coaching report is quite decent. Nothing outrageous, but nothing bad there. He's very nice. He's attacking. He can go forward. He doesn't want to go forward, but with that speed, with that sort of, I just think he is someone. But we can also play him on defense if we need him. I just see him going forward. He's got pace. He's determined. It's not very flary, but anyway, he's joined. And if Porro doesn't go, great. He's our backup right back. Next in from Chelsea, Agan Hoshhaj, the Belgian. What is Hoshhaj? Is that like he's Kosovan, right? No, he's Dutch apparently. Anyway, right side was a problem because, goddammit, Jan Parrot was just injured all the time and I needed someone on the right. So I brought him in. Now, I wanted someone different on the right, a winger. So 19-year-old winger. Look at what he's worth now. He's worth a fortune now. He's got bags potential. He's got pace. He's been doing okay. I have been playing him because Jan Parrot was injured. And that's it, really. He's just very, very good. The teamwork vision work rate, passing's not amazing, but it's technical. I mean, he's 19. He's 19. He's here for a while. He's only in as a breakthrough prospect anyway. Jan Pro has finally come back from injury. He's not doing all that well at the moment, to be honest, but we'll see. Anyway, we've got Agan here because, can I tell you, Mansouri just wasn't cutting it. He wasn't cutting it until I started playing him up front. Then he started scoring a lot of goals. He's off on African Cup duty right now, scoring a lot of goals for Morocco. And so Agan Hosaj is in. And if Jan Pro, there was some sniffs around Jan Pro by Tottenham, I think. So Agan's here. He came in for initial 30, rising to 70, I think, rising to 80 with goals, etc. So, yeah, welcome, Agan. Oh, and thanks, Chelsea. Chelsea helped us a lot. Johan Valley, we needed midfield creativity because all we had was, we had Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz? Not Luis Diaz. Rafael Luis, the Portuguese, and of course, Paulo Bernardo still here. They're both still here, but I wanted to bring someone else in. He's 24, so he's not all that young. Initial 30 rising to 70, so now I guess he's worth about 80 odd mil. He's pretty good. What's the recent coach report say? They say whatever, he's fine. But he can play back, he can play forward. He's very Paulo Bernardo in that way, the Frenchman. And I thought that's fine. Well, let's bring someone else in, mainly because obviously the player that we'll probably we still have Highfield is still here, but there's a good chance he's going to go, and we needed someone to step up for him. So welcome, Johan Valley. Now here comes the money and here comes the English factor. Yes, I thought, you know what, let's do it. So we put in an initial $30 million offer, but it rises to like 130 because of English caps. So unfortunately, Nicholas Alexander won't be playing for England for a while. Hate me, I get it. I don't care. I needed someone who scored goals, and Nicholas Alexander has been scoring goals. 4 appearances, 4 goals. That's very nice. He is cup bound at the moment, so we can't play him in the cup games. But we just needed a proper goal scorer. We haven't had one for quite a while. We haven't had one probably since Arezzo or something like that. I mean, Rapi's okay. He's doing fine. He's scoring goals. And of course, Mansouri came back, but I wanted a proven goal scorer. And, coach report says, he's solid. He's very, very solid. He's obviously got caps for England. He's got 4 caps with 4 goals. Won't be getting a lot of caps lately, so we're going to be playing other people as best we can. We've got to be very careful not to play him too many caps because we will sink the club, and we don't want to do that. So thank you for England management. Please forgive me, English fans here, but I just needed someone who was really good. And look, who can get a lot better. He's 19. He's pacey. He's very good, and we needed someone who was very good. And lastly, Jake Laskowski. Actually, it's not lastly, second last. Jake Laskowski came in, same deal, 40 mil, but it's like 155 or something, 170 in total for the young defender. Why young defenders? Because Will Reddy was going to be sold, and we don't have a lot of really good defenders, to be quite honest. And he's English, he's 20, he's got bags of potential. But unfortunately, once again, we're not going to be able to play him. He does play in the under-21s, which doesn't count. But while we remain English manager, so we really, really need to remain English manager, he's not going to see a whole lot of time. But we're going to try and play him as much as possible while we can. Will Reddy's still here, though. So we do, we find ourselves with a surplus of players right now. But, if Will moves on, Jake Lakowski can step up, and Jake's going to see a lot of game time, hopefully, in European Cup games, because I don't think he's tied for those in the Europa League anyway. Anyway, one last player, Daniel Downs. Daniel Downs, another loanee from Chelsea. He's our left back. He's a wing back on defence. I wish I could find an attacking wing back. We're going to try and train. Actually, you know what? Let's train him as a full back on attack. He doesn't want to be a full back on attack, does he? He really, really doesn't. Okay, fine. Anyway, so he's here on loan with an option to buy, 63 million. I don't imagine we'll get that sort of money for him, but he's very, very good. Because remember, we have a Blessu here as well, and we have Ogbergamiro, and maybe Ogbergamiro can move to the left to accommodate Lakowski, and then Downs and Ablusu will leave, and we've still got Jan Rezic here as a backup. He's English. He's very good. He's just very good. He can tackle. He's got great decision making. It's not the bravest thing. It was a bit aggressive, but yeah, he's very good. He's played some games. He's quite good. Yeah. So let's have a look at this now bloated squad. So yeah, remember when it was a tight squad? It's not a tight squad anymore. And what I've discovered, also Olivia Espana has come back because we had so many injuries. Highfield's out with a injury for about another 2 months. Big injury, the 23-year-old. So I brought Olivia Espana back. Here he is. Playing, he can play a deep lying playmaker. Well, we're going to play him on defense because he's got decent vision, nice passing. Yeah, and he's 20 and he's got bit of potential. Not as much now when you compare it to everyone else. Zabrun is still here, though he's wanted by Liverpool in a big way. Will Reddy is now, of course, not wanted. So, whatever. Jan Rezic is still here. He's just not what we thought he was going to be. We did sort of buy him on the blind. He's fine, though. Like, he's not a bad player. It's just not world class. Pedro Porro is still here, but he's wanted by some big clubs. A 31-year-old. He's very good. His concentration's a bit low and his positioning's not great, but overall he's done really well for us. He's on a 7.39. In fact, if we sort by average rating overall, he's second from the top behind Zabrun. I often play him as a winger. When Perot was injured, but he's doing very well. Lakowski come in shortly. He's done well. Sami Arapi, if we just quickly again sort by position, I'll go down to Sami Arapi. He's now on 18 goals scored. So he's actually starting to deliver, and you'll see Mansouri is delivering with 8 goals, but as I said, he's off at the African Cup, so he can't come back. But Arapi is finally delivering, the 22-year-old German. It's not that he's not playing well and he's developing really well too. His arrows are up. Look at his anticipation, his composure. He's off the ball. His finishing is quite decent. He's got some pace. He's quite good, and we want to keep developing him. Goals are a problem for us. Perot is back, 23 now. He's doing well, but the injury has sort of halted his development. I do wonder about his development somewhat. But he's back now. So we've got, in midfield, we've got, in terms of quality midfield, we've got Ballet, Luis, Bernardo, and Iglesias, along with, Espana. And I've had to rest Jan Ballet because he's quite tired, so he won't be in today's game. He played a lot during the FA Cup replay. Yeah, so he's a bit tuckered out right now. Downs resting for today's game. He's done well, but why are we resting Downs for today's game, actually, now that I look at it? I don't know. I guess, no, I don't want to rest him. Let's bring Rezic. We'll let Rezic can stay in the under 23s. Let's bring Downs on because he's very, very good. That's it. One of the problems that I have discovered is the people we signed, like Baladovic and Lencina, not so much. So here's Baladovic, 22. When we look at his coach report, hates big matches. That's not great. It's not good to hate big matches. So, and Lencina here, if we look at his coach report, it's not all that good either. Not terrible, but yeah, incredible determination, but it's just not happening. Great passing, but the guy's blind as a bat without any teamwork. That doesn't really suit me well at all. Anyway, Blessu can't play this game because he's an Arsenal player, and he's not doing that particularly well. He's developing well, but he's not playing particularly well. 80-odd million option to play, 87. So we're not going to be buying him because we won't have the money, and I just don't. He hasn't really stepped up for us. Played a lot of games, but just not all that great lately. 704 over the last 3 games, but anyway. So that's it. So a big, fat, bloated squad with a lot of defenders. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of players. There are a couple of loanees here, so that's fine. But we really needed it because we were falling over, and we need to win this game because if we have a look at the league table, we don't win this game, and Liverpool are right on us. We need to win this game to get closer to Man U. So when we play Man U, and I'm not sure when that is, we can beat them and slip into that fourth spot, that Champions League spot. We need that Champions League spot because after this will only be 3 seasons to win the goddamn Champions League. Anyway, let's have a game. That was very angry. Let's have a game. I'm happy to have a game. Yes, opposition instructions will take. No, we're playing positive. Who's in this game? Lorenzo Luca, really good goal scorer. He's now 32 or something. Callum Hudson-Odoi is here. Erwin Darboe, the Milan player, I guess. Finconi. Smith Rowe now playing the centre midfield. Tariq Lamptey still around. Tierney, how old's Tierney? 33. Looks good though. Ranch, the Dutch, what starts as a right back, and Zabani, the Ukrainian and Russian. He's very good, isn't he? Very, very good. We'll have to get through him. And we'll get through him with this starting 11. Gomes in goal. Pedro Porro on the right. Ogbegamiro on the left. In the centre midfield, Kalki and Reddy, old school. I want the relationships. Luis and Espana playing. Why have I not got... Oh, yes, because Bernardo's in the hole because... I trust him. He's been doing really, really well. We'll see how Espana goes there. If not, we can always, bring on, Baladovic or someone like that, put them, in the hole and drop back Bernardo. Perot will start on the right. Again, the relationship with Perot. Zebrun, so important. Not a winger, though. An inverted winger. He's going to invert a winger on attack. And Alexander up front. Playing positive. We're going to put in early crosses. Should we put in early crosses? Actually, let's not put in early crosses. What's his heading like, Nicholas Alexander? His jumping reach is 14. His heading is 14. Yeah. Why don't we just play him? Why don't we just work the ball into defence? Let's do that. So top of the table, Arsenal continental qualificational. Arsenal in first. We're in fourth. We need to step things up. Let's see, make that happen. All right, it didn't go down too well. Anyway, make a difference. We know that players love us now. Make me proud. Excellent. We need to beat the top team in the land today. Let's do it. And I think we can do it. I think we're more than capable of doing it. Let's early shot in on target. Yeah, I think we can. We've got a good squad here. I mean, Espana's a bit of a throw-in, but I think we can do Arsenal. I don't think they're all that good. All right, first highlighted in his house. Pedro Porro to Espana. Perot. Alexander's on it. Finishes. That's why we signed him. That is why we signed him. Oh, is he offside? Don't be offside. Don't be offside, Nicholas. He's not. Yes. Nicholas Alexander, that most English of names. Espana to Perot. And look at the run of Nicholas Alexander. Left foot, ping pong, off the bottom of the left-hand post. We go a goal up. Outstanding. We don't need to see it. We know he was onside. Fantastic. So if we have a look at the league table... we are now on 44 points. Man United drawing their game at the moment, are they? I think. Where are they? Where are they? How come I can't see them? Oh, there they are, drawing their game, 0-0 with Burnley. Burnley could do us a big favour and win. That'd be great. All right, another highlight, and it's ours. Pedro Porro again on the ball, finds Perot. Perot finds Alexander, who's going to do what? Go all the way back to Gomes. Okay. That's fine. We're cool. Ready, Espana. Perot. Oh, look at that. Oh, no. Zabani just too good. Darboe on the ball. Frinconi goes out wide. But Ogbegamiro there. Zabrun's going to get on that ball, though. What's he going to do? He's going to shoot. Ramsdale. Still there. And he collects. Well, still good stuff. Come on, Burnley. Do us a favour. Sneaky 1-0 win in order to avoid relegation because they are. Yep, they're down there. We need them to win. So in the last 5 minutes of the half, I see that Bernardo and Espana are both having fairly ordinary games, and Paulo is tired. I'm tempted to move them around a bit, I think, to get the most out of Bernardo. 1 minute of injury time as we go in 1-0 in the lead. Don't get complacent out there. And, I'm very happy with your what you're doing, the stuff that you're doing. So Palo Bernardo and España, hey. So I'm going to move them because I think I have to. And does that mean I have to bring on? What does it mean? You know what it means? It means I'm going to bring on Atkin. I'm going to put Zabrun out there into the middle, and I'm going to put Atkin out on the left because he is the better of the two. Bringing Baladovic, who doesn't like a big game. This is a big game. So let's get Atkin, make a difference. He's motivated. Let's get out there. Atkin's doing well. He picked up a bit of a knock, but he's been doing quite well. And Zabrun is just good. He can play anywhere. Come back to, started with a highlight, which is nice, and it's our highlight. Pedro Porro on the ball, crosses, finds Atkin, who finishes Atkins. That looks fine. It is. It's fine. Oh, I don't know. Is it? Everyone's pretty happy. Come on, give us a goal. It looked pretty good. We've got it. Goal on the start. Atkins. There we go. Look at that. Bernardo playing in Porro. Porro with a deep cross. Atkin heads it on. There's Nicholas. Left foot again. Lovely. 2-0 up. Good stuff. Now, come on, Burnley. Burnley, do us a big favour. No, hang on. They have. Oh, no, wait a second. No. Man, you've jumped to 47. Sorry, misunderstanding. Damn. All right. Highlight. It's slightly cleared. Rensch on the ball, though. He's trying to bring it back in. Finds Abani. Darboe finds Colette. Hudson-Odoi. Oh, no. Palacios. Oh, scores. Ezekiel Palacios. I don't think it's that Ezekiel Palacios. Yeah, he scores. Yeah, Darboe, we don't clear it. Colette. Hudson-Odoi sees it. Oh, Cloughie. Just a poor tackle there. Putting the ball in the path of Palacios. All right, then. Okay, we're still leading. And we want to keep leading. If we can, look at that. Man City have leapt Arsenal now. Good. All right, 60 minutes. I don't really want to change anything. There's a couple of tired bodies out there. I mean, look at Will goddamn Reddy. 6'4". What is going on with Will Reddy? You know what? I'm going to change it. I'm going to change Will Reddy. I'm bringing on Lukowski. Lukowski, does he play as a centre-back on defend? So we'll play him as a centre-back on defend, and we'll make Cloughie the covering ball-playing centre-back. So pump the fist. He's pleased. Make me proud. Will Reddy. What is going on with you, Will Reddy? We have come back to a highlight. It's unfortunately an Arsenal highlight. Out to Lamptey. Lamptey's going forward. We know he's got pace. Smith Rowe. Luca. Gomesh with the save. All right. Oh, no corner. Okay, that's fine. Let's, come on. Can we give an encourage? Let's see how that goes. All right, 70 minutes. Perot is looking tired. He's looking good though, but I need to bring someone on. I'm bringing Hodge on as a winger on support right now because we're still nursing Jan Perot back. And let's not forget. Oh, here we go. Corner. Zabrun fires it in. Cloughie. Oh, Cloughie, you could have made up for that with a header. So let's not forget that Argan is doing pretty well. And we want to play these young players. 2-1, it's tight, hey? Tight. Bernardo's looking tired there. He's on a 6-7, 80 minutes. I think we're going to bring Paulo Bernardo off as well. We'll replace him with Nico on a... Oh, what? Oh, yeah, because of... Oh, no. Okay, fine. All right. He's going to have to see it out. I'll tell you what we will do, though. Is as we're at 80 minutes, rather than counter press, we'll go to regroup. We'll go to regroup for now. All right, last 5 minutes of normal time. 14 shots, 8 on target. Not too bad, really, as we head towards 90 minutes. Obviously, Burnley are not going to do anything with Man United at all. That's unfortunate. 4 minutes of injury time, ticking down nicely. That's what we like to see. As we win this game 2-1. Yes, come back with a win. That's good. All right, let's... go into the dressing room and let's give them a big praise. Outstretched arms. Nice victory, lads. So there we go. We get the win. Look at that. Burnley absolutely pummeled by Man United. We couldn't rely on on Burnley doing us a favour. One maybe handy thing is City did beat Chelsea, so Chelsea are now within 3 points and we're on a better goal difference. So a game against Chelsea turns out to be the next important game. I wonder when that is. Should we have a look? It's a home game in mid-April. Well, look, what we are going to come back for, we're going to come back for the League Cup. And I'm going to try and drop another episode this week. So I have 2 episodes this week. That would be good. So we'll come back for that League Cup against West Ham. Hopefully put some silverware in the cabinet. The board doesn't care about the League Cup, but I care. And then, yeah, maybe the Chelsea game, but we'll see how we're going. European knockout game, maybe that. There's a second round knockout just to confirm all that. And then maybe Chelsea, we'll see how we go. We absolutely must have Champions League qualification this season. So top 4. That's what we want, top 4. And it's not within, it's within reach. If we look at the top 4, Chelsea's on 47, Man U's on 47. We can do it. We still have to play both those clubs. We've got Chelsea at home. We've got Man United away very soon, in fact. Soon. And then we've got Chelsea away. So, it's still within our reach. If we can keep winning and we can take points from Man United and beat Chelsea at home, we've got a chance. Cool. All right, then. So that is it from me today. I don't remember if I had the image of the Brian Clough Park, but there's Brian Clough Park there. It's there. It's very good. Thank you so much for joining me today. We got a victory. We got a victory over the top of the table. Arsenal, told you weren't that good, so that's really, really good stuff. Please don't forget to drop a like. You know how important it is. And if you haven't subscribed, if you stumble across us, don't forget to press that subscribe button, because there's this series and there's a couple of little other things going on the channel. I'm trialing a few things in terms of a series to replace Conquering Clough to take us through the FM22, and soon I'll be asking for your input about that. Anyway, that's it. That is it for today. Oh, should I just also point out that we're now an icon? We're now an icon at the club. How good is that? Arezzo is still favoured personnel. Zabuna's favoured personnel. Who else is there? But we're an icon. Hopefully to be a legend soon. I want to be a legend by the end of the series. I mean, Stuart Pearce, Brian Clough, Peter Taylor, Matt Quintana, Forest legend. It's a while yet. But we'll get there anyway. Until then, lasciate.